guys! Today I am here to do another recipe for you. I know, super exciting. We are going to be making some chicken parmesan stuffed spaghetti squash. So I'm really excited to be making this recipe for you today. And if you're sitting there going, Maddie, why are you wearing a jacket coat thing in your kitchen? The answer to that, my friends, is that it was brought to my attention in my last cooking video, one of the last ones, I don't know, when I did my crock pot freezer meals, that I had my armpits out over the food, and that really offended one of the viewers because that was gross, that I had my armpits that were in my shirt over the food. So I wanted to make good and sure this time that I'm not pulling an armpit slip. Can't slip out of this, am I right? Because the last thing that I want to do is offend somebody that I've never met in my entire life with my armpits. Gross. It's my job as a YouTuber to try and please every single person in the entire world. So that's what I'm doing today. Alright, so to start with this recipe, I have already done the first couple steps, so I will walk you through it just talking because it was going to take a long time if I didn't do that. So, first step is you get a spaghetti squash, which I have cooling right there on the stove. You get a spaghetti squash, you poke some holes in it, and you put it in the microwave for 3 to 5 minutes to soften it up. Then you let it cool. After it cools a little bit, you cut that bad boy in half, which I did a horrible job at. You will see that in a second. I can't cut things in half evenly, but I sure tried. Once you cut it in half, you scoop out the center parts, which is kind of like a pumpkin. It's got some stringy stuff, has some seeds. Scoop all that stuff out. A little side note, you can actually keep the seeds and roast them like you would pumpkin seeds, and they're delicious. Scoop all that stuff out, add a little olive oil, little salt and pepper, then place them face down on a baking sheet, opposite of what they are right now. I already flipped them, so face down, cut side down on a baking sheet, 375-degree oven for 40 minutes. Now that they're out and done, we're gonna go from there. Okay, so you have your spaghetti squash. Wait, hold on a second, guys. I live in Georgia. It's getting a little hot in here. I don't know, this might be a little overkill. What do you guys think? Let's see what else we have in store. What is this? Sun's out, guns out. Alright guys, this is how we do it down here. Now it's time to cook. Is this really even a shirt anymore? I don't think so. Alright guys, but in all seriousness, we are gonna make this and it's gonna be delicious. So here we go. So now that your spaghetti squash is done and ready to cool, we're gonna make the chicken that we're gonna put inside. Alright, now I'm only using one chicken boob, but you can totally use two because I think the recipe actually calls for two, but I'm just using one. So I'm gonna slice it up, put some salt and pepper on it, and then you'll see the next step. Salt and pepper. Okay, now you have 3 bowls, flour, 2 eggs, and then Italian breadcrumbs. So we're gonna start by dipping each piece in the flour, then dredging it in the egg, then go into the Italian breadcrumbs. Then we're gonna throw it on the stove in a hot skillet full of oil. Don't forget to whisk your eggs. We're not professionals here. This isn't perfect. This is cooking. You don't know what you're doing ever. It's fine. Alright guys, now you have a plate full of delicious breaded chicken and some messy fingers. So let me clean up my hands, then throw these bad boys in the skillet. Alright guys, putting the chicken in the pan of bubbly hot oil. And if you're wondering if I'm worried about this hot oil popping on my bare arms and maybe armpits, the answer is yes, because this is dangerous. But you know what? I like living on the edge. It's the price you have to pay for some freedom with your arms. So now we're just gonna cook these up and then get them back in the spaghetti squash. Now you have your chicken that's all cooked up, crispy, looking delicious. Now we're gonna add a little spaghetti sauce to our spaghetti squash. Layer this, layer more sauce, then layer some cheese. All right, sauce done. Chicken's in, now more sauce. Also, yes, I broke this spaghetti squash and it's like leaning sideways. It's fine, don't worry about it. Cheese time. I just have some shredded mozzarella. I'm gonna put that right on top of each of these. Yeah. And don't skip on it. Don't do that. The more the merrier. Now this is gonna go back in the 375-degree oven for 15 minutes to get everything nice and bubbly and hot and delicious. This is the final product. Does it not look amazing? I'm pretty excited to try it. I've actually never done this recipe. This is the first time, so I don't know if it's good or not. So I'm gonna taste it. Yeah guys, that is really good. I highly suggest making this because it is fantastic. Especially if you guys love spaghetti squash, you will love this. Okay guys, well that is it for this video. I know that there was a lot of sarcasm and stuff like that in it, but sometimes when somebody trolls you, you have to troll back just a little bit. But I love all my subscribers. I don't think she's subscribed, she didn't seem to like me. But I love my subscribers. Thank you guys for hanging with me and supporting me. You guys are awesome. I hope you like this recipe and I will see you for my next video. Bye guys.